Hi, I'm Sonia and I help people take their power back. If you're interested in coaching with me and you want me to help call you on your BS, coaching information is in the description below. This video, I want to talk about a comment that I got. I've been on a kick here of comments. I know thoughts create, but I've always been curious on how someone can think and always talk about how they're ugly, but yet everyone else could collectively agree on the fact they're attractive. Or how can someone not think they're rich, but clearly be wealthy? It doesn't make sense since thoughts create how they think all these things and it not be true. So, I don't think you understand that your thoughts create, your beliefs create. If you have a belief that you are ugly and that is what you constantly tell yourself, there is no amount of validation from other people who is going to change that opinion of you that you have about yourself. I know from experience. I used to tell myself I was ugly all the time. People would tell me all the time that that's not true, but I never fucking believed them because my belief about myself was that I was ugly. Your thoughts do create your reality. By choosing new thoughts, you change your beliefs. But if your default belief in yourself is that you are ugly, that is your reality. That is your experience. That was my experience. Even though other people didn't tell me that was true, that's how I felt and that's how I thought. So that was how I experienced and perceived my world, because we are all having our own experience and have our own belief systems. So if you don't just take people at their word and be like, oh, well, they said I'm pretty, so I must be pretty, and you're going to continue to tell yourself you're ugly, then that's what you're going to experience. And that's why they say that, is because that's what they believe about themselves. Where does that come from? Probably some shit that happened in childhood. Somewhere along the line, they picked up a belief that this is the standard of beauty and I don't fit in there, so I must be ugly. That's why that happens. It's the same thing with how can someone not think they're rich but clearly be wealthy? Well, if your definition of rich is making 6 figures a year, and their definition of being rich is being a multi-billionaire, then you can see them as wealthy and they can see themselves as a failure. Even though by most people's standards, again, most people's beliefs, they are wealthy because they're making more money than blah, 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 whatever bullshit. They don't see themselves that way because of their belief system and what they believe. We all have different beliefs. We all have different standards of all the things. Like nobody has the same belief systems. Nobody. We all think differently, believe differently. And one person's belief about something does not necessarily match the other person. So just because you think somebody is rich and wealthy does not mean that they think that. And if they tell you, I'm not wealthy, then that is their belief. But in their belief, they believe that they can have the money that they're making because they're making it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they define themselves as wealthy. But their thoughts are creating their reality. They are getting mirrored back to them what they believe. What they believe is possible in themselves about whatever, that's what they are experiencing. And then you are looking at them and judging them because they don't agree with the way that you view the world, basically. It doesn't make sense since thoughts create. How can they think all these things and it not be true? It's not true to you because you don't agree with them. But it's true for them because that's what they believe. It's that simple. Your belief systems create your experiences. And from this comment, you don't understand why and how your thoughts create, that your beliefs create, that you are experiencing whatever is happening up here is what you are experiencing, and have a lot of judgments of other people, which I would ask myself why. Why is it so important to you that people think they're rich because you think they're rich? I don't really know what else that you wanted from this comment. I just thought it was a very interesting take. Everyone has their own belief systems. We all believe different shit. And your experience of people is whatever you think is happening. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.